Hi, everyone. Thank you for finding the time to check out the Montana FCCLA website tour. What I'd like to do is show you a little bit about what's available on our website and where you might find some new things and where you might find some resources that can help you in the coming year. So if we start with about, I'm only going to take you to kind of the newer things. That way I don't waste your time with things you've already seen before. Membership is a great place to start because under this tab, we have updated the membership packages that are available. And if you click on that graphic, you can see traditional affiliation is still offered, the per student membership rate, as well as the chapter fee. And then underneath this red line, you can see a big gray box that explains some of the options and the benefits of the instructional support packages, which also come with some membership. So anyone utilizing options 2, 3, and 4 will have access to really incredible instructional resources. And these are kind of new this year. They weren't a piece of the packages before. The first one is all 7 national FCCLA programs feature at least 70 ready-to-use lesson plans each that are ready to use in your classroom and integrate FCCLA every day. They're already ready. So that's a tremendous amount of instructional support right there. In addition to that, you've got the Knowledge Hub and testing readiness resources that are really supporting students who are interested in some of the competitive events. There's a lot of other goodies in there too, but I wanted to make sure that you understand that all of the membership packages come with those items as well as the chapter advisor affiliation fee. And they also come with some student membership features. The first one, item 2 here, is for middle level students. It's available for 27 or more members in grades 9 or younger. So if you teach primarily middle school students, this is a package you might want to take a look at. Item number 3 here is the top 25 instructional support membership package, and it includes membership for up to 25 students. You can add another student or 2 or 10 or whatever you need to at $18 a piece there. And then item 4 is the unlimited instructional support package. So you get all these instructional supports and you get membership for all of your students. You can see the pricing there for each of those packages in red. And at the bottom, there's a bit of a summary of how it benefits you to build a little more membership by using some of these packages and promoting your program a little bit as well. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that was there. And if you keep looking, a little shout out to our 3-year members. Very nice. Governance has not really changed a whole lot, maybe a little bit. You might see some new faces there, our state officer team. And you can also access the bylaws, the policies, and our board member handbook, as well as our strategic plan, if you are interested in learning some more about those items. Supporters has 3 different tabs. There's one for alumni, one for individual donors, and one for partnerships. If there's anything there that might interest you, be sure to check those out. If you click on State Leadership's team, you can put some faces with the names, as well as you've got some links. You can email any of us if you have some questions. You also have a tab for the Strategic Plan 2029. It's only 2026, so we haven't accomplished everything yet, but we're working on it. If you scroll on up to Leadership, the first tab takes you to the different districts. So you can see the map as well as a link to the page for each of the different districts. And when you click on that, you can meet the district president, state officer. You can meet their advisor. You have their emails, the other district officers, and the other chapters in your district, as well as the district operating guidelines. There's not a lot of district meeting information just yet. A lot of our officers are still finalizing that information. If I get back up here, you can also see the State Executive Council side by side, along with all their contact information. And you can also meet the board of directors. If you have ever considered joining the board of directors and you're not really sure how, we've got a timeline on how that works, as well as an application there for you. So maybe take a look at that. Under community outreach, my first recommendation would be to click on the chapter outreach opportunities. We've got 3 right there ready for you to check out. First one is Vision Zero. If you've been around with us for a little while, you know that the Montana Department of Transportation has been a great partner in helping support local traffic safety projects for our chapters. The middle one there is the Career Connection State Outreach Project. We'll talk more about that in a minute, as well as the Montana FCCLA Local Impact Project. We were calling that the Week of Service Award, which was really tied to some funding that we used to receive that isn't available anymore. So we updated the name to make it a little more descriptive of what it does. All 3 of these mini grants are due, applications are due on November 15th for priority, and the final deadline is December 6th. So you'll want to maybe put those dates on your calendar and make sure that you get your project requests in. Every time that someone receives one of these grants, we also ask them to complete a project report by March 1 to tell us about the impact. Now, if you keep scrolling down, you can find all kinds of details on each of these opportunities. So it might give you information about how much. It gives you some links on where to learn more, maybe some inspiration or some guides to help you plan your project. So we've got those for all 3 of those options there as well. Service hours is right under that. Did you know last year Montana FCCLA documented over 16,000 hours of local volunteer and community service? So make sure that your students are keeping track and reporting their own service, because when they get ready to complete scholarships, that's a really significant contribution to the community if you can document and report your volunteer hours that you've completed. It also benefits your chapters. That's a great PR tool locally for sure. And as a state, we're stronger when we can report increased numbers for our service hours. We have the different types of service. So if you take a few minutes and check this out, I bet there's some things that you might not have thought of as being service that you can actually report. There's also some steps on how to track and submit those. Some chapters like to print out this tracking template and update it in pencil or pen at every meeting. Some people like to make it into a Google Sheet that they can share with their members, and everybody can update as they go. There's some step-by-step instructions if you need to download those. And you can also just click the link if you're ready to submit on a Google form, or even have a student scan that QR code and they can report their own hours. You'll see there's also a spot where you can report your state outreach project hours as well. National programs hasn't changed, so I'm not going to take you there. I do want to tell you a little bit about the State Outreach Project. Of course, we're keeping Career Connection for the second year to sort of build on the work that we did last year with Career Connection. You will see the information about the grant, and then you can click on this and learn a little bit more about some of the components. Of course, we're going to be offering a Career Connection national program to our chapters if they would like to request one. We also have a lot of instruction and training happening at our fall leadership rally. We have the chapter mini grants, and this year we also have individual chapter member recognition. So students can complete 5 squares in a row, any direction, and earn a career bingo. So you might have noticed there's several free spots, so you might not even have to complete 5 altogether. But when you finish, you want them to scan that QR code and complete a quick survey by February 1st, and we're giving away some Amazon gift cards to students who complete that. If you keep looking, you will see there's a project outreach grant application as well as a final report available on this page as well. Fundraising opportunities haven't changed a whole lot, but it is right there ready for you if you'd like to check it out. I would stay away from competitive events right now. It's not updated yet. We don't have the new information from National FCCLA, but we'll have it soon, and I promise I'll let you know when it's there. There's a lot of resources. If I were a brand new advisor, I would click right here, and it's going to take you to our new advisor essentials graphic, where we really want our new advisors to focus on 7 things and not 700 things just to get through the first year. The big message that I really want people to take away from this is that because you're a Montana FCCLA advisor, you're going to receive some curriculum, some lesson plans, access to webinars, a mentoring program, competitive events, resources, chapter planning templates, and grant opportunities. Those are things that you only get when you are a Montana FCCLA chapter advisor. We've outlined the steps that we want to make sure that are most important for your first year. And if you see a star there, that means it's available for advisors in years 1 through 3. We've got some first-time attendee scholarships that are pretty nice. We've got some increased incentives for participating in advisor communities, which is our mentor program. And I won't go through all of these items with you. We really want you to be at these sessions and learn from each other and our advisors. And that starts with our new advisor webinars. If you can register for that by the end of August, I think the 24th is our magic date because we start those on August 25th via Zoom. So those are the most essential things for our brand new advisors. You'll also see an application for our Fall Rally First Time Attendee Scholarship on that tab. If you keep looking, Chapter Resources is going to take you to last year's Fall Rally Member Resource Guide. I know it's last year's, but I'm saving this year's for the rally. So maybe you want to register and come to the rally so you can get the most up-to-date version. Something to think about. We also have a chapter kickoff meeting plan right there ready for you. And what we call is our engagement opportunities. We've tried to put everything that's available with Montana FCCLA in one spot so that it's a quick, easy reference for you and your members. And if you keep scrolling, you're going to see our calendar of events for the coming year. So we've got those items in one spot for you, as well as some more advisor resources there at the bottom. If we look at classroom integration, there's been a few updates there. Of course, we've got the 3 days with Montana FCCLA lesson plan where you have 3 days of lessons ready to go. We've also got a creating connections with the planning process lesson plan where your students can learn a little bit more about how to effectively use the planning process. And when you check out this resource folder, once you've created your chapter affiliation, you have access to this Dare to Dream lesson plan. It's about setting goals and power of one. We've got a leadership lesson called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. I think that one's about a 12-hour set of lessons. This tab will take you to a series of 3 different lessons, sort of designed to introduce STAR events to your students. So something to think about there. I told you we had this semester-long leadership course, and you can totally teach that as a semester-long leadership course. You can see the overview there ready to go. But you can also pull out little pieces of that lesson, I guess that semester plan. And maybe you need a communication lesson. So there's one there ready for you to go that you can use anywhere you like. The final one, this is the new update one. You might remember last year at our state conference, we introduced a new training track. We called it FCS Career Connections. One focused on career readiness, one focused on culinary arts, and one focused on early childhood. So for each of these, we have an instructional component and then an application piece where the students get to apply some of those skills that they've learned. So those are all ready to roll for you. Now I have to get back to my website. I should have clicked back a little more. Sorry about that. Here we go. If you click on Advisor Resources, you'll see again our membership options. If you click on that next graphic, it'll give you all of our professional development opportunities in one spot. You've got the in-person, the new advisor webinars, our advisor communities mentoring. We've got podcasts that we need some new stars for. So if I can feature you on that, please shoot me an email. You see our webinars that were scheduled with ProStart, as well as our FCCLA Power Hour webinars, where we'll explore some resources and share some ideas and keep those to an hour or less. You can scan this QR code or use the link there to register for the new advisor webinars and advisor communities. You can also use this link or QR code to join all of the Zoom meetings. They all have the same link. And I believe, yep, it's listed right here too. So you can use that same link to attend all of the webinars. So don't spend your time hunting around for the right link. It's on the website under Advisors, Professional Development. You'll see more information about our advisor community's mentoring program there, and as well as some resources for chapter advisors. FCCLA promotion, you'll notice there's a little tab that pops up with the podcast, and we've got all of our episodes from last year ready to roll there if you'd like to check out some of those. Also under FCCLA promotion, you'll find the bulletin board contest rules and deadlines coming up quick, and our t-shirt design contest. We have a trading pin contest coming soon, a little bit about FCS Day and FCCLA week as well. Finally, you'll see the Montana FCCLA newsletter where we archive all of our past editions of the newsletter. I would encourage you to click on that Leadership Rally tab underneath conferences. It's coming up September 27th through 28th in Billings, and the early registration is open through September 1st. So I don't want you to pay more than you have to for this. I really encourage you to get in there and get yourselves registered for the fall rally by September 1st. We've got an exciting opportunity to visit Zoo Montana prior to the rally. If you're a new advisor, we have some new advisor training built in a little before the conference starts. We've got some really fun activities planned, as well as really great speakers to help strengthen the leadership in your community. District meetings and elections is ready to roll for you. If you're planning a district meeting, you want to check out the planning guide for sure. If you're thinking about running for district office, we've got all the steps you need to complete right there. Elections policy is linked, some information about what it means to run for office, the study guide, as well as the State Executive Council Advisor Handbook. So you might want to check that out if you have a student considering running for state office. Now, I think maybe the question I get the most is, where is the answer key for the officer study guide? We didn't make one because we want you to find the answers. So if you click on the study guide, download it, print it, whatever, and play the games. There's 3 study games. Then you can fill in the answers as you go along. Or you could research the answers on the websites. Both the National FCCLA website and Montana's have a lot of information. The actual officer application is at the bottom of the page as well. State Leadership Conference, not a lot of updates. You want to make sure you save March 18th through 19th for the next conference. I'm only clicking on national meetings because what a good looking bunch, am I right? That was in Washington, D.C. We had a pretty nice time there, had a good showing. We even came home with a national officer. What? Look at Brock. Congratulations, Brock. All right, where was I? Oh, yes. National meetings dress code, nothing's changed. Partner program, we already talked about that. Awards, don't bother with that right now. Picture it as a beautiful cupcake with some creamy, beautiful icing on top. And all you need are the sprinkles to finish that off. We're still waiting on a few sprinkles to finish off the awards updates. So those are not quite ready for you yet. If you look at the Pro Start menu, I'm going to say the same thing about their awards and recognition. Just a few more sprinkles are needed for that. Competition information, it's way too early for that. But I'm excited to share with you that the educator resources are all updated, and you can look at all of those in one spot. Over on the left, you'll see all the webinars and meetings that we have offered in the coming year. And on the right, you can see all the recognition opportunities available to students and students and programs and educators. And if you look at the very bottom, that dark blue box shares some of the national ProStart professional development opportunities available. So I tried to go kind of fast because I know we've got a lot of things to do in our world, but I wanted to share with you the Montana FCCLA website tour. Have a great day and be sure to reach out if I can help you at all. Thanks, everybody. Take care.